Erica Kirk is demanding a speedy trial in the case against her husband's accused killer, Tyler Robinson, after she claims his defense team is delaying proceedings. The new filing from Erica Kirk's attorney reads in part, quote, "Nobody believed in the importance of the United States Constitution more than Charlie Kirk. And although the United States Constitution guarantees criminal defendants many rights, it does not guarantee them the right to cause undue delay in the criminal justice process." This follows Friday's hearing on a defense motion to disqualify the prosecution team for conflict of interest after they argue one of the prosecutor's children was present when Charlie Kirk was assassinated. Fox News contributor and criminal defense attorney Donna Rotunno joins us now. Good morning, Donna.
Good morning, Ainsley.
Good morning. Do you agree with Erica Kirk? Does this need to speed up? I mean, it's amazing. It's been 5 months. He hasn't even pled guilty or innocent. He hasn't had a preliminary hearing. Is that normal, and why is it taking so long?
So it is taking extremely long. This is very atypical. Normally, a preliminary hearing or an indictment is a procedural step to move the case forward. And in many jurisdictions, you're not even entitled to the evidence or the discovery prior to that hearing as the defense. In this case, the defense has asked for all of the evidence, they've asked time to prepare, and they've continued that preliminary hearing until May, which when you think about the fact that this crime happened in September, that is an extremely long period of time. So I think what Erica Kirk and her lawyers were doing in filing this, it was actually strategically very smart, because they're saying, look, Ms. Kirk has rights too, and her rights are that this case be adjudicated swiftly. Now, that does not mean that it sacrifices the rights of the defendant, but it does say, hey, look, you have to think about me and what's good for me too. And so I think strategically this was smart. I think it's a way to put some pressure on the judge and say, Judge, it's up to you to run your courtroom and move this case along.
Here is the judge questioning the defense on delaying the proceedings after they bring up concerns with who will address the prosecution's conflict of interest. Listen to this.
We do think this is a serious issue, because I think the question of who litigates this issue on behalf of the state is in itself wrapped up in this conflict.
I'm trying to understand why that wasn't filed in advance of the hearing to put the court on notice at the very minimum, and just to allow the court to do what the court does.
So, Donna, what happens next? Can the judge say, I need you to plea, and then will the judge make a decision soon on the prosecution, whether or not they will be removed?
Yes, the judge should have made that decision when we were all in Utah the other day. I cannot believe we have let this continue the way we have. To me, this is a very clear-cut legal issue, and the defense has failed to show that in any way the prosecution team prosecuting this case is any way unfair to to Mr. Robinson. There's no conflict whatsoever. The fact that one prosecutor's child was at the event where this awful assassination took place should not in any way dictate this prosecution's office moving forward. So I wish the judge would have just made a decision that day and said, we're moving on from this. There's no conflict. Let's move on to the next issue. So hopefully there will be a decision. He is bringing everybody back swiftly, February 3rd, and hopefully they will put this matter to bed and move on to a preliminary hearing, the entry of a plea or guilty or not guilty plea, and move on. It's time to continue this process.
Yeah, it's very frustrating for Americans to watch the delays. Why hasn't he entered a plea, and are you hearing what his plea will be?
So normally your plea is not entered until your arraignment. So until you have a preliminary hearing or you are indicted, there's no formal charges per se to plead guilty on. So you have the preliminary hearing, and then the judge says, finding of probable cause, that information comes out. And so now he's being held on criminal complaints, but the information is actually the formal charges. So that's really the appropriate time to enter a plea of guilty or not guilty. And of course, we know he will enter a plea of not guilty at that point.
Okay. Well, good for Erica for putting pressure on the judge. Hopefully we'll speed this thing up.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, Donna. All right. We have more Fox and Friends straight ahead.
I'm Steve Doocy.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.